Okay, according to latest SAMA figures, the total mortgage size in Saudi Arabia is around 90 billion riyal, coming mainly from commercial banks, and these represent only the official figures. Now, if you compare this number to the consumer finance and other corporate finance products, this is very small. And the reason is because of the population in Saudi Arabia viewed as a young population, and the mortgage is something, now becoming a need, a necessity for people in Saudi Arabia because of their gradual aging. For example, if you think about the average age of the population 5 years ago is younger than today. And as we go, for example, for the next 5 years, you will find that the average age of the population is going to advance, and the need for home financing will be more. This represents an opportunity for local banks and financing companies for mortgage financing. All of these and economic incentives make the mortgage financing and home residential financing business attractive in Saudi Arabia, supported by a good average GDP if you compare it to the global perspective, and supported by the population and the demand in different cities within the kingdom. Sure. Because of the mortgage crisis in 2008 and what happened mainly in the US, SAMA saw that it was important to regulate the industry and avoid having overinflated prices that can cause defaults within the mortgage sector. So it was very important for SAMA to implement the 30% down payment requirement for mortgage financing to avoid such bubbles in the future. Now, it is also becoming a trend within the developed economy for regulators to impose a minimum down payments with respect to mortgage financing in order to avoid defaults in the future and having issues with respect to down payment and overinflated housing prices. So in Saudi Arabia, for example, it is good to regulate this business with implementing and introducing the 30% down payment. Yes, at the beginning, it will cause some slowdown with respect to the growth in the mortgage size. However, over the medium and long term, the market will correct itself, and we will see more supply in the market that can match the demand and the affordability of the clients and people in Saudi Arabia. So over the long term, we should have a stabilized economy backed by a healthy mortgage environment. And I think SAMA, what they did in introducing the 30% down payment was the right decision to avoid any issues in the future.